So one of the
Something
things,
so fast you can't catch it.
I know. So that's why I was saying, because it was so late and I didn't want to keep everybody, past bedtime. I stayed up pretty late last night myself, finishing up my page and doing some things. So yay.
Saturdays with Marcus, I love it.
Yeah. So Marcus is going to be helping today until he falls asleep. Unless he does like he did last week at 5 minutes before class was over, he crawled on my lap and went to sleep. So but we did have a great class last night, and I have had some people Skype me and message me that could we do it again, and go, like you said, Miranda, a little bit slower, and show how we can do use our own website to create templates for our advertising. I know most of my students that I talked with today or this week, that was one of the things that they were saying was their downfall, is they create the pages, but they don't do the advertising, because they don't know where to start to create a template. They don't know how to get the advertising correct. They don't know where the best place is to do advertising. So we're going to be working on that today, unless there's something specific you want me to go over. I know, little man. That you want me to go over before we get started with that. So I'm open to suggestions. Remember, this class is just for our website, only on how to, if you don't have trouble getting into your dashboard, how to get your links, how to add your links, how to create a page if you need to, or copy a page over, advertising, things to write with, or write about. If you need a search for a keyword, this is a great place, or you can just let me know, hey, I need a keyword search. Can you look it up for me? I have no issues with that. Even creating memes, even though most of us are in the memes program, there are sometimes you just want to create something on your own. Canva's a great place to do that. I actually did some things with the Bella Vita, what do you call, videos, and created something in Canva that I can post to social media. It was a little bit tricky, but I figured it out. But there's all kind of different things you can do to help get more awareness to your website. So if anybody's got anything specifically you want me to go over before we get started, just let me know. You have the ability to unmute, but if you have some background noise, TV's going on, like with me, I can't help it. I'm teaching, babies crying, vacuum cleaner running, things like that. Just any kind of ambient noises in the background. If you just mute yourself during training, that would be much appreciated. So any questions before we get started?
Sheila, on
Yes.
the floating page, does Google AdSense also address your floating pages?
Yes. Google looks at everything except anything marked private or in draft. So the thing about it is your floating pages, you want floating pages. You only can do 90 pages on your category menu. That's it. That doesn't mean that's all you can have on your site. So if you got 90 pages in your category menu or on your menu structure, then the rest of your pages are going to be floating, but you're going to make a reference to them on your category page. So that's what your category page is for. So we will go over, because I got to update some of my pages today too. So that's going to be some of my homework that I'm going to be doing, since I'm going to have sort of a lazy day today, is that those pages you create, you still want to have a reference point on your category page for the part that you're going to put it. That doesn't necessarily mean it needs to go on your menu. But you want all your pages have a reference link to them on your category page. Now, the one thing that I do is, like I said, I got roughly about 350 pages in my site. It grows every week. I swap mine out depending on the seasons, depending on what the trends are. So you can change your menu structure. You can add pages, take pages down. They don't remove them out of your site itself. It just removes it out of the menu structure so you can update your menu. Always keep your menu fresh. If there's a page specifically that you want to keep in there, then keep it in there, like our fine wines page, your Bella Vita and Brain page, your tipping circle, your computer, things that are not going to go anywhere. They're constantly going to be trending. Leave those in there. All your anchors should be on your menu structure. The other ones, like the kiosks, those are the ones that you want to swap in and out. If you have a page that just doesn't fit into any category, then you want to float it until you have enough that you can create a new category menu. You want to make sure that you have enough space left on your menu structure that you have that flexibility to create another category menu. Like with me, I created a whole category menu just for Tipping Circle, Performance Giving Network. And I put everything under that. If you don't have that ability, say you got too many already on your menu structure, then you're going to put them up underneath their individual categories. Like the gaming is going to go in the net gaming, the TV is going to go under free stuff. Same thing with chat's going to go under free stuff. But if you create a structure or you have the ability, you can create a menu structure for just PGN, and then you can do a category page, and you can introduce the hubs, the TV, the gaming, the paid, the chat, and then they can go from there and have a couple of drop downs. But if you have 30 menu items, you can only have 3 drop downs in each one. That includes sub drop downs. You can only have 90. So that's why I said you want to make sure that you have enough space. I have about 87 in mine. I don't want to fill it up with that, and I swap them out every once in a while. Just like with the holidays coming in, I actually have a category menu for promotional and holidays. So that's where I put it instead of taking it in and out all the time. I just go in there and update it. Since I just created that new one, I'm going to go in and add it to the category page. And I might swap out one that I already have in there for Christmas and put the new one in there because it's more updated. So again, it's just how you want to structure your menu. If you move something off your menu structure, it's still in your page. It's still in your website. It's still searchable. So that's one of the things that really confuses people is they're hearing 90, and they think that's all you need on your website. It's not. 90 is the number for your menu structure. You can have as many pages as you can create in your website. They're all going to be floating, except for the 90 that is featured on your menu structure. Does that clear some things up?
I noticed on yours last night that you had some different categories, and I thought, I didn't know if they came from a long time ago. I thought that was set in stone, the category list.
The category list is, but you can alter it and add your own if you have the structure for it, if you have the room for it. That's why I said I added the promotions and seasonal in there because I got tired of swapping them in and out. I added PGN, Performance Giving Network, because I didn't want to put the gaming and the TV in a free category because technically they're not really free. If you want to upgrade and get the bigger one, you have to pay for it. So it's based on your conscience, and my conscience doesn't want to put something in somewhere that is not 100% free. So that's why I created that Performance Giving Network. And then in there, they can go and read about my page on Tipping Circle. They can read about my page on TV. They can read about my page on gaming and the hubs. And then I have a drop down for the chat and the pay to game. So, but I had the space on my menu structure to do that. But some of the stuff is set in stone. The ones that come with your site, they are set in stone. Those are the ones that Google typically know that people are searching and looking for. I know some people have removed the blockchain. I think Rory removed it on our 24-hour marathon. He removed the blockchain category because people just don't comprehend it. It's not something that's really big or trending right now. So, but just because you removed it off the category menu does not mean it's still not an accessible page in your website. So if you decide to do that, then you have that space to put another category. Okay.
Well, he'll obviously go, am I on?
Yep.
You know, it'll go back to it. It'll come back.
It'll come back, but see, then that's the option that you have. If your website's already set and you're happy with it, you don't have to include it back in the menu. It's still a searchable page. You can put it under information pages. If you have that category, you can still put it under free. You can put it in arts and entertainment because it's an entertainment page if you want to, because the blockchain innovation page is mostly an information page. It doesn't have any links in it, or at least mine didn't. You can put links in it depending on how you rewrite it. But even if you're talking about the Omninex or well, we don't do Omninex anymore. It should just switch to Coinbase. That's still a free program, so it could go under free. If you have a page or category for trending or gadgets and gizmos or something like that, you can put it under that. It just depends on what your category structure is and how you write your page to determine where you want to have a drop down for your menu. But every page you write should be able to fit in the categories that are there, depending on how you write it. But if not, and you have the space to do it on your menu structure, you can create a new menu item. But just remember, if you create a menu item, you have to have the content to go in it. You can't just have one thing and say, oh, that's my menu. Your menu item needs to be house multiple offers or multiple pages around that offer, at least 3. So,
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
That cleared up a little bit. So I have to clear up some of my structure because I can't put the all things pages, all of them in as a drop down, because then it puts me over. So over my 90. So I got a lot of drop downs in some of my categories that I can remove. So I'll be that's why I said this weekend is going to be my time to clean up my website a little bit and get it a little bit more congruent. So. All right. Good questions. Anything else? Yes, Emilio.
Hi.
Hi.
If you have on the drop down items that you want to float, but you can add them on to the home page.
The category page.
Category page, yeah.
Yeah.
That talks about them, so if somebody's interested, they can just click there and go pick it up. You can do that.
Yep. So let me show you. I'm gonna do a share screen.
And that's not part of the 90, right?
No. So
Okay.
So here's your category. These are your category, your menu, right? So in each one, like this is my new Christmas one. Okay, so you need this. So if you look down here, I do have one that says promotions and seasonal. And you see I got one for Valentine's, Easter, holiday shopping, quick meals. That one shouldn't be there. I don't know why. And online shopping deals. So I got 4 right here. All right, I already know this quick meals in 5 minutes should not be there. All right, so then all I'd have to do is come over here. And I'm going to open up and go to appearances and go to my menus. All right. So these are all the pages that you have. I have my most recent ones. If you want to see all of them, you click on view all and it will show you every page that you've created on your pages, not your post, which is your home page, but on your pages. So, and that includes your menu. Even though these are menu items, it's still a page. Okay, there's nothing different. So what I want to do is I'm going to scroll down here to my promotions right here. And I know this one, quick meals. All I'm going to do is click on this button and I'm going to hit remove. All right. And a lot of you are going, oh no, she just took it out. I didn't. I'm going to hit save. Always hit save your menu after you do any changes. But then if I go over here to my site and type in quick meals, and do a search, there's my page. So it's no longer on the menu structure. but it's still a page that I can put in here. Now, what I need to do is go to my category menu, and under cooking, food and wine, that's where I need to go in and actually put a listing here, do an edit the page, and do quick meals in minutes. So I can come down here under more the muse, I can put it right here and do a heading. I can do a heading 3 and do quick meals. All right, hold up. Let me, you got it? Okay, he did. Perfect. So quick meals in minutes. And then this is where I'm going to talk about my quick meals. I'm one-handing it, guys. All right, and then I'm going to say, have a look at these simple recipes, highlight it, do my link, and then I'm going to type in quick meals. All right, and I'm going to open it. I always open mine in a new tab. You don't have to, Rory. Most people don't, but I do. I want them to be able to come back to the original page. Quick meals in minutes. So then I'm just going to update. So now they have access to come here and let's see, I need to remove that. So now they can come here and read quick meals in minutes, and I'll expand on this a little bit, but you really don't have to. It's really short, sweet. And then they can come here and click and still get to that page I just took off my menu. So now I want to add this one. There's another one I want to go in here. So I'm going to go back to promotions. Let's go back to promotions down here. And for holiday shopping, let's go ahead and I'm going to remove that one. And then I'm going to come over here and grab this and add to the menu. And then it's always going to be at the bottom. And you're just going to move it up. And I'm going to put it back in promotions. And put it right under I'm going to put it up here. And then I'm going to save my menu. If you don't get this where it says menu has been updated and it keeps spinning and spinning and spinning, that means you got more than 90 items. You have to remove them in bulk. You cannot remove one at a time until you get to 90. So if you have more than 90, then I would suggest you move 2 or 3 at a time and then try to save it. If it saves, good. But you cannot move one at a time until you get to 90. It doesn't work that way. It just sees you got more than 90 and it's going to spin and spin and spin and spin. Okay, so that's how you can add it back to your menu category page for all of your different things that you have, and without having to put it in your menu structure. But that's not to say you can't put it in your menu structure. You can. So this one right here, I can remove this one. I want to take this one out. There's another one I want to take out. I'm going to remove the steak base out until it gets fixed. So I'm going to remove that one. Let's see. going to remove this one. And I'm going to replace that with the cookie one. I'm going to remove this. See, I got too many wine pages in here. I'm just going to remove some of these. All right, here's another where I had quick meals and minutes. I'm going to remove that because I actually put it in the category page now. So I don't need that one. So we'll leave that one for right now. Costumes, I'm going to remove this one. These are my books for Amazon, which is fine. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove this one. See, here's another one. I had that one in there twice. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to remove this one.
You've got a huge variety.
Yeah.
Now that ED one, I've not seen, is that a product off the,
We had this on, yeah, we had this on Sephora. It's the Phoenix.
uh-huh.
And it's not on there now, and I don't know why.
So I went looking for it to research it. And
Yeah, it's for some reason they've taken it down off Sephora, and it could be because Scott hasn't returned yet. So yeah, so this one right here, reference and loan information, this is one that you can totally remove from the category menu because we don't really have anything in there right now. But Rory's getting some stuff together, so it's something you can bring back later. This one right here, I'm going to remove some of these. This is almost a duplicate of the same page. So there's that. And then I'm going to save my menu. So that should give me enough space that I've cleared up to where I can go in and put my all pages now. And all of the pages that I removed are going to be on my menu page, my category page, so that they still have a clickable link. If it's not, then I can go and add it later. If I don't put it on the menu page, that's still fine. It's still searchable through the search option.
okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Let's see who's raised their hand. Yes, Gail.
Yeah, under the fine wines, we're just listing Australia and Canada at this point.
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't even know if I even have those on mine. I don't think we're doing Australia yet.
There's a guy, one of our members is doing Italy. He's in Italy, Christian.
Yeah, you can, we're shipping to European countries. As far as I know, I know we're going to Spain, Italy. Is it France?
Germany.
Germany,
Hungary.
Canada, Hungary. Yeah. So those are the places we can ship wine. So, but I wouldn't put all of those in your drop down. I would probably put Canada. You already have your fine wines going to the US. And then if you wanted to put one of the other countries, you could, and then make sure each country is listed in your fine wines if you've got a page for it.
Okay.
What just,
Hungary too?
I have to check and see if we're in Hungary. I know Bella Vita is,
Yeah, Velavita, but not for wine though.
not for wine.
I don't think so.
Go ahead, Miranda.
I've noticed there's no wine ambassador page anywhere. Just,
Nope.
he doesn't want that. He wants you to,
Yeah, the thing about, let me put him down. He's finally going to sleep. Hold on. The thing about mentioning your name of your affiliate company in your site is if they're not familiar with it, they'll leave your site and research that name. And then next thing you know, they'll sign up there because, they're like, okay, I'll just go ahead and sign up here. I like what I'm reading here. They won't go back to your page to sign up.
And then
I
you won't
meant
get
a page about wine ambassador.
What would you write?
I don't know. I didn't even allow myself to think about it. 'Cause I've not seen anything on it anywhere. So I thought there must be.
So what you want to do is you don't, and again, you can write a page about wine ambassador, but the first time you mention wine ambassador as your wine club, they will research it. They will pull up a different tab and research wine ambassador.
Mhm.
Okay. So
So
that's
what you can do is you can do a page called Our Wine Club or My Wine Club. And you can talk about the club of the month, the wine club of the month, how you get various varietals every month that you don't get to choose. You're surprised every month, how they have a great compensation plan, different things like that. And then at the end, then have your link put in there.
okay.
You can do, because there is a link for wine ambassador compensation plan. You can put that in there so they can look at it. You can even detail it out and put a list on yourself. You can do a Canvas video of it or presentation and put it on there. You can, however you want to do it, but I wouldn't call it wine ambassador.
Okay.
I have a floating page on Triple R. And it's, it's a floating page on my experience, how it's not a scam, how I get, I just vented one day. It was one of those things. So, but I don't have it in my menu structure. I don't have anywhere reference to it, but it is searchable on my site unless I took it down. I don't think I took it down. I think it's still in there. So, but it's one of those things that you can do, but never mention your actual affiliate. You always want to use those closed-ended wording so that you can, slightly veiled so that they don't go and research the affiliate itself and then you end up losing a potential sale or customer.
I need to go back and check mine because I may have done it by accident, not realized it.
Yeah, some people do. When I've had a couple of people when I've read their websites getting ready for Google AdSense, they have the name in their meta description.
Mm-hmm.
And so as soon as people read that, there's like, well, let me go see what this company is. And they will totally ignore your website.
Thank you. I may have done Emily. I think I put a signage that just says it's the red box with Emily in it or Mimily, whatever. So
Yep.
I need to change that out, I guess. But it doesn't say cookies. It doesn't say anything but Mimily.
Yeah, so depending on how you word it, just like on my cookie page, it actually has their Emily cookie logo on it.
Mhm.
But it's just one of those things. Let's see, I thought I didn't update it. So let me update this and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
You okay? No. That's fine here. And then the other one's the turner upper.
All right, so when you come here and look, see, I have their cookie. This is on their website. Well, not their website. If you go their Instagram, I think it was their Instagram. They had this on there. It was either Instagram or YouTube. If you follow them on YouTube, they have a lot of pictures on there. So I thought it said Emily on it. It does. I used Canva and cropped it off. So down at the bottom.
You do that? You're not messing with the company?
No, because it doesn't have a trademark on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't have a trademark on the picture, you can do whatever you want to. But if it has a little R on the picture, or if it says licensable, then you can't do that. But if it's it was on their website, I think it was either Instagram or Facebook. They had a whole bunch of pictures and I just cropped one off.
You know that the Google image under creative and
Mhm.
commercial that we go to,
Yep.
almost every picture on there has a little licensable right next to it. That's why I got so confused, because I thought that those could be used.
They can, it's licensable, so that means that you can purchase it. But the ones that as long as it does not have a watermark on it, you can use it.
Even though it says licensable. Okay.
Because if it's one that they want to charge you for, when you go to click on it, it will have a watermark on it. Some of them you can't see the watermarks on the Google until you actually pull it up, and then all of a sudden you'll have a pixel image in there. It'll
What's a
be
watermark?
distorted,
What's a watermark?
where it has a distortion on the picture.
I knew
Yeah,
that.
I know there was some too, Sheila, that there was like no indication of any issue until I tried to upload it onto my page, and then I got big red flares, and so I just removed it from my
Yep.
file.
And yeah, those are the ones that the lady that does showed it, the scarves, her videos are that way. You can go and download the video, but the minute you put it on another page, or like I put it on, it says video not available.
4th of July.
So that's one of the things you want to, if you can't upload it, or it won't let you upload it to your site or to another folder, then yes, they've got a coding on it that won't allow you to do it until you purchase it.
Very tasty coating.
Emilio, who are you talking to? Yes, Gary.
These things just come through my mind,
But then write them down. Those are new pages.
When you talk about the coding and all that stuff, well, very tasty coding. Yeah, okay.
Go ahead, Mr. Gary.
Okay, just a comment on the reference category. It's like, yeah, there's not really much we use on it, but if you haven't got Google AdSense yet, it's a good place to put stuff you researched, maybe just hobbies or things that fascinate you. You could write things on there. I did that. That was one of I've got a lot of stuff on mine.
Yep.
That's when I was trying to impress Google, because, well, they tell you they don't want everything to be buy,
Exactly.
sell. So if you have other things that fascinate you and it's things that you've researched or whatever, that's a good category to put those under. And then Google sees that and they say, well, this isn't an ad page, and they like to see those kind of things. And that's just something I did that. Like I said, I did a few things. I had a few categories like that when I was trying to get AdSense, and I'm taking them off because there's a lot of stuff on them.
Yeah, you never want to take anything off your site. You might want to move it around. Like I said, I just took some of mine off of the menu structure, but it's still in your site. And that's the one thing Google does like, guys, is they like to see you. They like to discover who you are as a person. So you want to go in there and write some personal pages, write about your hobbies, write about your likes, write about your dislikes, even write about your political views on there. That doesn't mean it has to be in your face. It doesn't have to be on a drop down, but they want to see something that's not always sell, buy. That doesn't mean you can't put a link in it every once in a while, like I said, the first page I ever did was about my shoe fetish, and that's what it is, and I wrote the page about the heel versus the flat and put all the medical documentation of why we should not wear high heels, why we should not wear flats, why we should have good arch supports, how it helps, affects your walking, how it affects your veins, how it affects your muscle distribution, how it affects your cartilage in your knees, your hips, the various shoes. But then again, it also is trendy. It looks good. It has its place and its purpose. It sat out there for about 3 months with not one link in it at all. And then it was like I came back and revisited it, and I put some links in it for some shoe companies every once in a while. I think I got a couple of clothes companies in there, but I need to go and update it some more because now we got different companies in there that it will work great with. I can go back and add some more content to it to make it more relevant to the new trends that we have. But that's just one of the things that you can do is be a bit more personable, add a few personable things in there that lets Google see you as a person and not always as a salesman.
Oh, I could have done a whole correlation on heels. No, because I mean, I'm from, I was a young man in the 70s and I wore platforms for a while because everybody was, and for the life of me, I don't know how they look great and all that, but oh my God, no, it's just, that was maybe a couple of years and I abandoned that idea.
Hey, but that's something you need to write your experience.
Oh, I don't know how you women do it. I don't know how. I see some of these heels women wear, and it's like, oh my God, how could you walk by the time you're 30? With that. I mean, it's just the worst thing. You do. That and the pointed toes. Oh my God.
Ruin the toes.
Oh God.
And then they need surgery later on.
Yeah, it's that was in there about how the pointy toes there. Well, did you know back in the 30s and 20s when women's waistlines were so small, even in the 1800s and 1900s, there were women that had their lower 2 ribs removed, surgically removed, so that they would have a smaller waistline.
Wow.
And
the
pointy
things that they
shoes.
wore in Victorian times, those corsets and all that. Oh my God, that caused all kind of health problems.
Yeah, it did.
But it made them look good.
Exactly. We do a lot for our beauty regimen.
I know women that's had their baby toes removed to wear those pointy shoes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Boy,
Yes, Emilio, you got your hand raised. What you need?
Good. I don't want them to dry out.
It's called vanity. Oh, I was going to ask you on the Christmas page that you said we could use.
Mm-hmm.
Do we just copy the whole page?
Yep.
And the one and can we use that in the homepage?
Now you got to remember, this is the thing. Okay. Your homepage doesn't change. You cannot remove a page once it's on your homepage. You're talking about. Can we add
on to it or what?
Okay, are you putting it as a category or are you putting it on your homepage?
Homepage.
So homepage is.
What do you suggest?
I don't put anything seasonal on my homepage because it's seasonal.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said I created a category for seasonal.
Okay, all right. I got it.
And then there is where they can see I just put this in there. So there's my new Christmas page. Okay. So when Valentine's comes up, which is our next holiday after Christmas, then I will probably do another Valentine page or update this one. So they can come here and see seasonal and or promotional and seasonal sales and see all the different holidays.
Oh.
I don't put anything on my homepage that's changeable.
Got it.
Everything on my homepage is stationary.
Okay. So sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Do you add your homepage or post, or do you just do a new one?
Do what now?
On your homepage, do you add to it, or do you just put a new post on?
If it's like this one is something totally new, so I created a new post. This is my new my niche that I do. I have people asking me now all the time, do you have any more of those pens? They work great. I just ordered a new batch to go to Orlando with. I ran out. 250 pens for $75. Can't beat it. It's got my logo on it. I got another one I'm creating now. It's actually going to have a scan code on it, QR code here. We're just trying to figure out how to fix it. That's what the company came back and said, because it wraps around, it doesn't scan properly. So I just reordered these and I'm working with the company that makes them for me to see how we can get that QR code on there and get it scannable. But this is a page I created, and remember, your home pages always post in reverse chronological order, which means the first one you put in is going to be, or the last one you put in is going to be the first one that's displayed. So you always want to make sure that you do that. Make sure that that's what you want on there.
But you can do the squeeze and keep your thank you and hello at the top, right?
Yeah, you can make it as your what do you call it?
Wasn't it called squeeze or something like that?
It's called something. It's not squeeze, it's sticky.
Sticky.
Yeah, if you make it your sticky, which means it will always be first no matter what you put up there. So if you wanted to make your, see now it's got, I have 2 stickies. So it's going to have my you've made it, and then it's going to have my thank you one second. So
Mm.
those 2 will come in order behind each other. Okay.
Mhm.
So then that way, if you create another one, come here and do another one, then it will show up after my thank you one. If I decide to put it as a sticky, then it will be first. But if I do another one, it will always show up after my thank you because it was the last one created that's going to be close to that.
Do you just write sticky, or is there a place to?
There's a place. So when you go to your quick edit,
Mhm.
yeah, and it has to be quick edit.
Okay.
Right here beside the publish bar, you have it where it says make this post a sticky.
Ah,
I know in the past, a lot of people were saying go in and change your date so it shows up first. Don't do that because that changes your whole logarithm. And it looks like you posted a new page at that date and you lose all your traffic, not necessarily traffic, but you lose your information from Google because they go in and look at it, see a new date, and they're going, okay, is this a new date for this page? What happened to the old page with the same category? Is this a copied page or a duplicate page? So don't ever change your date once it's been published, ever. Okay. All right. So the only time you should change your dates is when you're modifying Rory's, when you get your original page. If it's your original page that you've done, then the date is the same. If you've already modified it and changed the date, and you come back in and you edit it again, don't change your date from the original modification date that you did. You can always go and re-edit it. That does not mean you have to change the date because you want that longevity on that page. It shows and proves to Google that you have a viable working website and that it has a long-standing history.
is there a limited amount of stickies that you can have?
Hickeys.
I wouldn't have more than 2. You shouldn't. Google only requires 2 articles on your homepage. I've seen people, they got 20 or 30. That's too many. If you got that much to write about, it should be in a page, not a post. Because once you put them in there, these cannot, your homepage stuff cannot be put in a category. They are standalone pages. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Because most people are going to come to your pages anyway. Then your homepage is something that you post out. Say if you just want recognition to your whole site, then that's where you're going to post your homepage. Your, like mine's 5e95.com. So when they come there, or I tell them go visit Shop with Mama Chief, you know, they'll come and type in Shop with Mama Chief, and it's going to pull up my homepage. So the first thing they see is the one thing you want them to be able to be familiar with. A lot of people have their thank you page. I have my niche page, which is, you know, you made it, you found my pin, you know, because most people, they'll see that, and that's why I have that there. So they will come to my site and I'm like, okay, you found my pin. Now let me tell you what I got. And then they can keep scrolling down through here, and then they will see the next page that I have. You know, and this just talks about a little bit of everything. Look at all my Google stuff. I don't know why they keep repeating. And then even here is where I have my response magic code. I put it in there for them to sign up. When they click on this, it goes to my weight loss page, my sleep and weight loss page.
Mhm.
So they go in, and then here's my thank you page. You know, once they see all that, they want to keep reading, you know, there's my thank you page. They will continue to read about that. And then it just goes on from there. I think I have 1 or 2 more that they can do. But if they click on any of the links in here, then it takes them into what I call my marketing house. So that, which is my pages. where they can go in and read and they can do searches, and actually brings them all the way into the mall. So this is just like the front two stores that you go to the mall that attracts people's attention. And then once they get in, they see all the little kiosks and all the other little things that they have access to.
I'm liking that ring.
Huh?
I like that ring
What ring?
when you had on one of your sites there. I mean,
Oh. Yeah, I have like 2 diamond companies. That one, yeah, that I marked. That's actually in Google. So I wonder if they put it from my other sites that I have. But yeah, I think Miss Lavette was on here. She actually came in and it was pulling up computers, and she bought a nice computer off of one of my Google ads. And I thank you, Miss Lavette.
A
So
$1,200 computer for $500.
yeah, she got a great deal on a nice computer.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things, guys. You want to make sure whatever is in your website, especially once you get Google approved, if it's a big high ticket or trending item and you have a page for it, then Google will market that same stuff on your site. I have diamonds on my site for diamond companies. That's why you see diamond ads on Google. I have a coupon page on my site, that I got from, I think it's CJ. So they advertise coupons.
so what did you do? You went to those diamond sites and asked to become an affiliate?
On CJ, I'm on CJ. Even though we don't talk about CJ, it's still there for you to use. You don't have to, Roy's not promoting it as a marketable place, but you still have access to it. And they have several diamond companies in there. Yeah.
Okay.
So I still use CJ because I make money from it. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to, but it's still a valuable source of material of ads out there. But again, it doesn't pay a high commission. It pays a one-time commission. It's not a residual. So when somebody buys from that CJ offer and they go back and buy again, you won't get commission from their second purchase, only their first one.
Oh,
Yeah. It's not a residual, but it does give traffic to your site because they will come back and see, and it's like, oh, I bought this at this one site, and they will come back to your site to look for something else. They don't know to go to CJ. All they know is they clicked on a link from your site. So they will come back to your site to look for more stuff,
okay.
which is the whole purpose of having your website. I know there's a lot of people there's like, well, I just want them to go to, to the site itself. No, you don't do direct marketing, which is what just posting a link out there for the affiliate. That's called direct marketing. You want them to come to your site to read about the product and click the link from there. Then that way they will remember your site to come and shop again. If you just have a direct link, then they're like, well, where did I go find this? Who do I need to go find this? Well, I'm looking for something else. Where do I go? They don't know. They won't have your website to come back to. All they will have is your ad with a direct link to whatever company you sent them to. You don't ever want to do that. You always want to send them to your website so that they will remember your site is where they found what they were looking for and come back again. Does that make sense?
The pins were worth it.
Yes. Yes, I have gotten so many customers, so many site clicks to my, Google sent me a message the first time I did this, when we came back from Destin, because that's where I had them, was in Destin. My Google revenue went up 327%.
Oh, gosh.
So ask me, was it worth it?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
So, and the thing about Google, when you do get Google AdSense, they come in, Google can track visits to my site. But when people come in and look at Google, because this is my site, I see stuff that I have on my website. But anybody else that comes to my site, the Google ads they will see will be based on things they've been searching for. So like when Miss Lavette, when she came and looked at my site to look at something she was, checking out, she had been searching on her computer for new computers. So all her Google ads was related to computer stuff that popped up on my site. So if somebody is searching weight loss information, then everything that clicks up on my on my site for them, all the Google ads will be related to weight loss. Might be exercise stuff, might be, a trip to a spa therapy. It might be some weight loss pills. But then again, they can also come here and search my site for weight loss because they found my site for weight loss. If they are searching for cars, or have been searching for automobiles and they just happen to be on my site, then they will start getting ads for car dealers in their area. So, and every time they click on this, I get a commission, whether they buy it or not. Whatever their ad is, I get a commission off of it. I get a click sale is what they call it, a click sale.
I get a lot of Chewy ads.
Yeah.
'Cause I buy stuff on, through Chewy for the dog. And
Yeah,
like,
and
yeah, it's
so-
just if you buy something,
Mhm.
from an online service or something like that, yeah, you'll all of a sudden, if you have Google AdSense, you'll see Google ads for that. My wife does a lot of online shopping and I'll see stuff like that she buys on there too. And I was like, gee, why did this get here? I know why, but I mean, it's just,
But it's
Sheila, I have,
Yeah,
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
I have a comment regarding the homepage.
Mhm.
I've had to revise it a couple of times just out of necessity. I mean, I've been here a long time, and when we first got our title page, there were things on there that we don't even carry anymore.
Exactly.
So sometimes you have to do that, and I don't really. I mean, like I have a seasonal thing on there for whatever season it is, and I go in and I'll swap it out like I'm about to put the Christmas thing back on
Mhm.
there. And besides, I wanted to do that anyway. I like to change some of the content on my title page from time to time so it doesn't look stale. I mean, the thing's 3.5 years old. It's some of it is kind of outdated. I don't revamp the whole thing, but yeah, that's what I do with the seasonal. Like I said, I'm getting ready to put in the Christmas page on there, and I forget what I have on there right now, but I'll take that off. I'll swap them around and everything. I've been doing that for the last couple of years. It's just something that you don't want to have Christmas stuff there in February or March.
Right.
I mean, besides, it's a different season then and all that. It's time to do
And
something else.
and that's one of the reasons I didn't have it on my homepage. That's why I created a category. But I know Miss Tony does the same thing. Like, see my poster ads I have up here. I created those that cycle through, and I have the holidays up there too. But these are my images that I keep, and I have them on rotate. So it might be Christmas, it might be Valentine's, it might just be like for the eyes, it might be for Bella Vita, whatever. But I have these that I put up there for different holidays. The only thing is I didn't at the time, I don't have necessarily a Thanksgiving page. So that's why I just have 5e95.com. So it just depends, guys, on how you want your site to look. That's why it's wonderful that we all have such unique taste, preferences, and differences so that every site will look different. There's no right or wrong about how you create your site or how you make it look. The only thing is that, you want to make sure you keep the categories that you have that came with your system. If you have good stuff in there, if you haven't gotten so far into modifying your information, and it's like the blockchain, Roy did take it off when we did the 24 hours. I think he did the e-commerce, he took that off too. I actually have a lot of stuff on e-business and marketing, but some of you may not. I think it was the e-commerce and trade or something like that he took off. I took mine off a long time ago. If you don't have anything under, like, where is it at? Do I even have it under here? I think I just took it off. The one for government and things like that. If you don't have anything in there, you can take it off. If you don't have anything under the references, you can take it off. Or if you're like Gary, you just like to do research and you found a lot of research material, got some good stuff in there that can go along with the research material, and not necessarily have a product in there, then you can put it under that. So again, if you have room to add one, like I did the one for pets, I did the one for PG, and I did the one for seasonal. So I actually did weight loss. So this is one that I'm going to be modifying this a little bit because we didn't have anything for weight loss. We put it under health. I did one for nootropics. I did one for men's health, facts and fiction. I'm going to be adding stuff in here. And then we have the health and fitness, weight loss. I actually added weight loss to it, so I can take that out since I have a weight loss category now. So again, there's different things that you can come in here and, you know, how you want to fix it. But remember, each one of these menu items is also a page. So you have a page named employee and employment and jobs. So that's an actual page. It's not just a title you stuck there in a blank page. There's an actual page that you created that has all the content in there. So you're going to be updating that information. And now we're going to be adding the all things in there. And it doesn't always have to be all things. You can change it a little bit. Again, you just want to make sure that your website's uniquely yours, that it fits your criteria and what you want it to look like. Okay. Any more questions? Any other questions?
Do we have a training video? I watched the other night when Nell was actually adding the all things page, but I mean, I don't really understand the purpose of that. I know it had something to do with an app on your phone. Do we have a video explaining that whole?
I can show you right now. I actually showed it last night. So our websites are set up for desktop mode. Okay. A desktop viewing, which allows you to see everything. Well, most mobile devices do not. They don't have the capacity to hold that much stuff. So if you go up here to menu and click on the menu, this is what people see on any type of mobile device, be it a iPod, a cell phone, what do you call them? iPad. Some iPads have the capability to see the drop downs, but on most phone and mobile devices, they can't see the drop down. Even though this has a drop down, if you click on arts and entertainment on a desktop, it pulls up the category page, right? On a mobile phone, you click on arts and entertainment, it pulls up the drop down menu. It does not pull up the category page. So all they will see is your drop down items. They will never see the category page to see that you have other things for arts and entertainment. So the all things took care of that. Now, Roy could have said, all right, we're going to talk to tech. We're going to update everybody's site to make it iPhone accessible, which would have cost you roughly between $300 and $700 additional to get that done. I, for one, didn't want to pay for that. If I could have just created a new page that was in my drop-down menu, they can click on that now, and there's my category page. That's why we're doing it.
Okay, so it renames the category page so those that are on the mobile phone have access to all your drop downs.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Thank you.
You're welcome. So you're actually copying this page, which is your original category page. You're creating a new page and calling it all things, whatever, arts and entertainment. And you can change the title a little bit if you want to. You don't have to call it all things. You can say upbeat, whatever you want to call it. And you're copying it over. And then once you get it copied over and saved, you're going to do a little bit of modifications to it. If you change the title, you have to. If you don't have Google AdSense, you want to change it a little bit, add a few things here or there. And then you're going to go to your menu options and your menu structure, and you're going to add it to your drop down for that category. And then when they go to their mobile device, they will click on their information. They will see the all things now. And then they can click on it and see your whole category menu for that particular category.
And all those all things pages take up a position on your menu.
Yep.
Out. Okay.
Yep. So that's why I was saying, if your menu's already cluttered and you have 90 items, like I do, I have 87, roughly 85, 87. You're going to have to clean some stuff up, take some of the drop downs out. And so you can put the all things in there.
But is that part of the 90?
Yes.
The all things?
Yes. So
But-
that's why I said
but-
you're gonna have to
but-
get rid of some of it.
But the old list, the old categories, is that part of the 92?
Yes, that's why I said you're gonna have to repurpose your category structure. Some things you're gonna have to remove so that you can put that in there.
So it counts twice.
Yes. So you're gonna have, and it's only for mobile devices, but it's gonna show up on your page or on your site twice if they're on a desktop. If they're on a phone, they're only gonna see that structure once because it's in the drop down. So
But for,
so
I'm
people,
sorry, go
so
ahead.
people that are on the phone, this is the menu they see. All right, so they see arts and entertainment as your category. They click it and there's your drop down.
Yeah,
However, on your website, if they come to your website, if they click on arts and entertainment, it goes to, come on. All right, it's still thinking. All right, think. So if they click on arts and entertainment here, it goes to your arts and entertainment category page. It doesn't go to the arts and entertainment category page on a cell phone or an iPad. So they will never see this page if they're on a cell phone or iPad.
but Google doesn't look at the mobile, does it?
Google looks at your desktop.
Okay. So this page right here, showing all everything that's in arts and entertainment. That's just page one.
Okay, you're thinking too hard. Okay. You don't have a page one and a page two. You have device one, device two. Device one is for laptops, which is what your website is a laptop-based program.
Okay.
Okay. Or desktop, which
I didn't
means
know
you
that.
can see everything. The second page, which is the all things page, which has to be added through your desktop,
Mm-hmm.
is for mobile devices or device twos. Because when they come to their mobile phone, and if you don't believe me, get your phone and pull up your website on your phone and click on the menu. Your menu category will not come up. Your menu page will not come up on your phone. You can't get to it.
Right, but when Google is checking out for the 90, for the titles, they count on all things first, and then the other.
No, there's no order to the pages for Google when they're checking your site. The only thing Google wants to see is, do you have a viable website? Do you have content in there? And is it a duplicate of somebody else's? The more
Okay.
pages you have in there for Google, the better. The 90 is only for your menu. It is not for your whole website. That's what confuses people when we say 90, is they're thinking they only need 90 pages in your site. You don't. You can only have 90 items on your menu structure, which is this. There can only be 90, including the drop downs, which are these. So between this here and all of these drop downs, you can only have 90. Okay. But in your website itself, when you come to your dashboard and go to your pages and your posts, you can have 1,000,000 pages in here. You can have 1,000,000 posts in there. Google doesn't care. But on your menu, you can only have 90. And these are coming directly from pages that you have created. You're just having them highlight in your menu. Your menu is sort of like your billboard. It's your highlight of pages that you want people to see first and foremost.
Yes, but the all, where it says all things related or whatever, that's part of the 90.
Yes, anything in here is part of the 90.
And the title, and where it says arts and entertainment right there,
Mhm.
that's part of the 92.
Yes, everything that's in this menu category is part of the 90.
So that counts twice.
Yes, if that's the way you want to look at it, yes.
Okay,
Sheila,
that's why we have to eliminate some stuff.
Exactly, exactly. That's what I was doing. I had to take some out so
I got
that
it,
I
I
can
got it.
go in and put the all things.
I
Now,
think I
here's
got
the thing, if you have one that you don't want to do an all things page for, you don't have to. If you don't care, if they don't see your blockchain innovation, all things blockchain, you don't have to do an all pages for it. You can leave it just as it is.
Sheila,
Yes, ma'am.
if you add the all things page, how much of it has to be altered? Be it key phrase or the title or modified so it doesn't trigger a duplicate page?
Yep, if you do not have Google AdSense, you do have to modify it some. It doesn't have to be a whole lot if the first page is your original page.
Can it be just the first paragraph?
Okay, Emilio, let me
I'm sorry.
finish. Okay,
I spoke
If-
of it too.
yeah, you're jumping the gun. If you
Alright.
do not have Google AdSense and you have not modified the original page, this right here,
Mhm.
and you go to copy it, then you're gonna have to modify it twice.
Oh, I see.
And then even after you do a copy, you still need to do some modifications because you can't have the same key phrase for different pages.
Got it.
Yeah, that was my next question. When you do an all things, you've got to change the keyword.
Yeah. So if you change, yeah, and when you change the key phrase, then guess what? Your SEO is going to give you a red because all of a sudden you're not going to have that key phrase. It's not going to be at the beginning. It's not going to be in your title. You know, you're not going to have headlines with it in there or headers with that in there. So you're still going to have to do some modifications to that second page that you're copying over for all things because number one, you've changed your key phrase. So then you need to go ahead and change it. It wouldn't hurt to change out the pictures and the images. It wouldn't hurt to put a little bit more content or change the content. Let them know why you have two pages that are almost identical. Let them know that, hey, I'm doing this for you guys that are doing mobile apps or mobile shopping. I want you to have access to everything through your mobile device, you know, whatever, but it needs to be a little different.
So do you advise doing the all all things page before or after you apply for Google AdSense?
I would do it if you haven't applied for Google AdSense and you're still in the middle of modifying your pages, go ahead and add them. I would go ahead and it just gives you more content, especially if
Okay.
you're advertising.
But in that case, then you do have to make it look like a new page, including a new keyword.
Yep.
Okie dokie. Thank you.
Mhm. Okay. Good questions, guys. We're having an awesome day today.
One of the things I did whenever I changed when I put all the all things articles in there is what you can do when you copy the original and you make, is go down to the new page with the all things page, just get on to the meta description and you can change that by saying you're making this a smart, tell the purpose. It's a smartphone friendly way of reading the entire category. I did that, I think, with most of them, just to say something different in there. If you do it in the meta description, so that way when people are looking it up, they see, oh, this is more for mobile devices instead.
Exactly.
Because more people now are walking around with them than they are sitting in front of a desktop anyway.
Exactly.
But
So
that's
again,
what I did.
Gary, that probably clues Google that you're inventive in your site too, correct?
Exactly.
I'd like to think so, but who knows what they're thinking, By the way, I have my sister's name is Gail.
Oh, what? She must be a wonderful person.
So you don't hear either of those two names, me or Gail or Gary anymore. We're a year apart. And that's what they
We're
named
old
us,
school.
you know.
We're 50s material.
Stay on
Yes,
subject,
indeed.
Gary.
Huh?
Stay on the subject.
Did I stray?
Emilio, next time I come to Texas, we're gonna have a talk.
Well,
I'm laughing.
But we are a true family, guys. I love it here. I really do. So yeah, but it's just, that's the one thing I just want you to make sure that you are aware of. That's why we're doing the all things pages, is for mobile device friendliness. But you don't have to do every menu if you don't want to. You don't have to do every category. Like I probably won't do for blockchain. It just doesn't, it's not that appealing. I probably won't do one for computers and internet. I probably won't do one for my ebooks and crafts or my e-business or this one. So there's going to be few that I'm not going to do a all things page for, because for the simple fact I don't have enough material in there that I've written about to actually make it accessible friendly. If that makes sense. So again, it just depends on you and what you want it to do and how you want your site to look. But you definitely want to have to make one for the computers and cosmetics, the biohacking pages, your clothing, you want to have that, your cooking, food and wine. You definitely want to have that one. You definitely want to make sure you have one for your health and fitness that's there. I don't even remember if you have the travel, you definitely want to have one for there. But the ones that are the most important to you, the one that you are advertising the most about, that have definitely anything that has your anchor offers in it, you want to make sure that those have an all things pages with it.
How does Google track your ad? How much traffic is, how do they?
Anytime you're on Google and your ads click, they have biorhythms that can check that. And they know exactly where that link's been clicked from. Even with social media, when you post your ad on social media, Google knows when they come back, because it's your website, it's your web link. They know that click came from Facebook. They know that click came from an Instagram post. So if Google only sees where your site's getting clicked from ad sites and no social media, they frown on that. They're like, okay, are you a sociable person? Are you reaching out to other different genres and different types of people, different types of venues? If you're just doing your free classifieds for free and that's the only place you're posting, Google's like, okay, you're only catering to one group of people on this one site. You're catering to the same people all the time. You're not branching out, letting other genres and other venues see your site. But those bots will know every place that has access to your site that clicks it. They'll know exactly where it came from.
Okay. Good training.
Yep. And once you get Google AdSense, guys, there is, they do have a place on there where you can go and see where your site's been clicked from. You can actually go in there and see if it's been clicked in a different country. You can see the age demographics of the people that's clicked your site. You can actually see, you know, where it's coming from social media, if it's coming from a desktop, if it's coming from a mobile device. I've had so many mobile device. My mobile device is actually outnumbered my desktop right now. Because like I said, everybody's on their phone, you know, there's not too many going, you know, that's staying home anymore. But when COVID first hit, my desktop almost tripled my mobile device because everybody was at home. And now that it's spiking again, I got a feeling it's gonna do it again. So that's why I said now's the time that you want to be putting those ads out, because COVID is on its second string and people's going to be staying home again. They're going to be finding reasons not to go out into the masses and around public areas. They're going to be shopping from home. They're going to be using their internet. They're going to be on their phone, their laptops and their desktops and their phones. They're going to be using shipping services to get stuff to them. They're not going to be going out. So now's the time to make sure your site is number one in their mind for where they can shop and get their stuff.
Okay.
All right. Okay, what else we got? All right, let's see who raised their hand.
Mm.
Yes, Miss Levette.
Gary was saying that instead of having to write the whole pages all over again, when you're doing the all things, you can just change the meta description.
No, not just that. He's saying that's a good place to start. Just put in your meta description a little bit, and then you want to go and you still need to edit it. You don't have to edit it a lot if you've already done it once. You just want to change it to where you are seeing more of your new key phrase.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely change the pictures. That's why I tell everybody, most people forget the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So change your pictures. That's still a change.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, your meta description should be changed too, because you don't want to have the same meta description as the same page. So Google frowns on that. So you want to, the meta description, you definitely want to change your key phrase, and then you want to match your content to your new key phrase, and then change out your images.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
With the performance giving network, with the new system, I have to change those pages now as well, rewrite those pages.
No. Your writing is still going to be the same. The performance given network is not going to change. It's still going to be the tipping circle. So if you didn't originally use the tipping circle link that was on your apps page down at the very bottom, then you might want to change that. If you just have where it says join tipping circle and you had like the digits after it, then you want to go back into your tipping circle and get that other link and put in there. Because what's going to happen, guys, is when you go to your tipping circle, where is it at? So when you go to your tipping circle, just about everybody that originally signed up for it, when you went to get your link, you went to your invite friends and you got that link that was there, okay, which was this one right here. It's what most everybody got. Okay, but since we have all the other stuff now, if you go to your apps page and you go to integrated apps, okay, at the very bottom of here, this is your affiliate link. That's what you should be using for all of your apps. Even you can even use it for your TV. You can use it for your Prime One, your city. You can use it for your TV, your gaming, all of it. You can use here. And the reason I'm saying that is once they sign up for here, it takes them to the tipping circle and tells them to register for tipping circle.
Okay.
And then once they get tipping circle, then they get this profile where they can come in and see the play the games, the play the chat, you know, Prime One TV, Prime One City. They see this once they register for tipping circle. But this link tells them they need to register for tipping circle. And then once they get here, then they can see that. Then they can come here and say, oh, well, what's this? And you should have a page for Performance Given Network. They click on this and it goes to your website for my Performance Given Network. And they can read about it. And again, click on the training there, click on the links to sign. Oh, they want to learn about wine. They click on wine. It goes to my Fine Wines page. So they can join wine and see the different information there. If they want to learn about health and fitness, you should have a page on health. They click on that and it goes to my health and fitness page. And they see all the different things I have on health and fitness.
So I have to make sure I have the updated link.
Yep. So if you go to your tipping circle and go to apps and go to integrated apps, you want to make sure that you have this right here. And then you want to click on these guys to make sure they go to your website and not Rory's or not your uplines. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And make sure if you don't have a performance giving page, you need to write one.
I have one. That's what I was saying. I checked it out and it didn't come out like the one that we saw. So I guess I have to update the link.
The link. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure this link goes in there, because then when they click on this link, it pulls these up. And because I'm already registered, it pulls it up for me. If I wasn't registered, then it's going to tell me to register. And once I register, it's going to pull these apps up for them.
Okay.
What is that reserve a city?
That's for the hubs.
I've not had any training on hubs.
Yep, we haven't gotten those yet. That one's on hold until we get the court battle fixed, which is right
Oh.
around the corner. They actually got the banking set up now, so we should be getting that payment.
Question,
Yes.
for those of us that started way back on the hub and we wanted to pull out some of the money that was there.
We're not talking about that now.
Okay,
Nope. We'll discuss that later.
okay.
Mhm. Okay.
All right.
Don't fool with any of that now. You can't reserve or whatever.
Yeah, don't do the Prime One City right now. That's on hold. Any of the other ones you can.
Yeah, Rory covered that last week, I think last Tuesday,
Yep. the
about what
Prime
they're
One-
trying to do with it and everything. And he
Alright,
told
stop,
everybody,
stop,
he told everybody to remain calm.
Stop. I'm a mute. Stop.
No,
That's a can of worms. Stop.
what was on the lesson? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not revealing anything that wasn't.
Thank you, Gary.
So, but that's what you want to use is you want to get that link right there.
Okay.
I wasn't supposed to hear that, Gary.
No, that's not the case. It's just, it's a deep subject that it can
And
get.
they're working on it.
Yeah, they're working on it.
Yeah, we'll get, he pretty much said that.
Can be very confusing.
Yes, it can be. All
Mm.
right, so any other questions? I think
You have a video on the widgets, right?
the widgets, they did change the widgets, so I am actually on mine because of the new update, the widget format changed and a lot of people are not aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
So now the widgets are actually in block mode, block format.
Mm.
So what you're going to do is instead of doing like we did before, doing a text, a block and all that, you're just going to do like you do normally. Click on your plus sign and you're going to do your custom HTML. And you are going to paste it in there and you're going to update and it's going to put it left of menu, right of menu. You still have the same thing. You have your left of menu, your right side, which is your home page. Your right side content bar is all your consecutive pages. Then you have your footer 1 and footer 2, which is at the bottom of your page. Both of them are. I don't know why they have two different ones. They just kind of sit on top of each other. They don't go to the right or the left of the footer. And then inactive widgets, we still ain't figured what this is yet. Everybody's kind of scratching our head on what they are because we don't have any inactive widgets. So those of you that have your response magic code in there and it looks funky because it splits it up when you go and convert it with the new widget, it split it up into like 5 or 6 different blocks. So all I did with mine was I just took the old widget out and put the new one in it and it kind of fixed it. Same thing with my response, my Google stuff. I just took it out and put the new one in a block format and it got rid of all the different, blocks or things like that. So if you don't know where your response magic widget is, you're just going to open up your response magic portal. You're going to sign in. Come on. And once you log in, you're going to go to number 3 under review, and you're going to go to customer magnets, and you're going to choose the one that you want on there. Like with me, I create a magnet for every offer we have. And you just want to pull the one you want to put out there. You are going to go to get code. Like this will be a good one that I need to put on my site now. Let's see, what do I have out there? I got club. What do I have on the home page? On the home page, I got biohacking. Decisions. Mm, 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 mm. They're both really good.
Sheila, so if I haven't done any response magic yet, I don't have to worry about that. I just jump in on the new format.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. You're just going to jump in and create a block and post your response magic in. But yeah, but once you get your response magic, you're just going to, get your code. You're going to copy this. You're going to open up a widget block on your widgets or an HTML block, and then you're just going to paste it in there and update it, and your widget will show up. It'll show up like it's supposed to. So now you don't have to worry about your text block, versus your visual block. It's all going to be right there. It kind of took the confusion out, but those of us that already had widgets in there, it kind of messed them up. So now this is just a cleanup. So I went in and took all my old ones out and redid them. So now it looks a little bit better. But when you have Google AdSense, you have to put the widgets in. So these blank ones are actually my directions for Google AdSense. And then once they put them in there, I put them in there. The block itself is empty, or it looks empty, but it's not. That tells Google where they have permission to put their ad. So this block might be for their ad they put here. This block here might be for the ad that they're going to put down at the bottom, or the ad they're going to run at the top. But it's not an empty block. It just looks empty. So that's the thing about the widgets. This might be, because I got like 5 or 6 different ones. This might be the one where they're putting it over here. So the blocks are reserved space for the direction of where I've given Google permission to do ads. And it'll be, the block itself will be different or will stay stationary. But depending on the page I go to next, the block itself might be in a different location. So on that other page, there was an ad over here. So now when I come over here, there's not one over here. There's an ad somewhere else, but this page is not that long. I actually need to go and add some more stuff to it. So this one doesn't even have an ad on it, but there might be one down here at the bottom, because you see I put some here at the bottom. So again, not every page that I have has an ad on it. This is one we need to update because we don't have ViaPay anymore. So this is a page I need to do some major work on, because we don't even have software services right now. So I'm going to have to do some research on getting some. But again, it's still a page in there. So this is probably one I wouldn't do an all pages on, because we don't have a lot of stuff in there. I got my robo form, which is, I got that one. So there's some things in here I can put in there. I'll probably go look at some things on CJ to see what we can put in here to take these places. Just different stuff like that. So I go to my cooking, food, and wine. So there's my code there. Again, got a bunch of blocks on this one. And I might be clicking too fast for my ads to show up on my ads. But again, it's just different functions, different places for those widgets on how you want them to look. You just go in and, like I said, just do different ones. Okay.
Yeah, I'm back again.
Yes, ma'am.
What about the customized update? That update?
Oh, I got one. I hadn't paid no
But
attention.
it doesn't update. Mine doesn't update. It comes up as an error.
Then you need to let your instructor know, because they have to send that to Matt.
Okay.
Yeah, he has to go in, and there's something blocking it for whatever reason. And he'll go in there and fix it.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to make sure you copy the message you're getting, so he'll know exactly where to go to look for it.
Okay. I feel like I'm starting all over.
Oh, you're not. You've done a lot.
Mm.
You've done a lot. I think you should be ready to apply for Google AdSense.
I'm not finished posting yet. It seems like when they took out CJ and all that.
Well, that's the thing. If you have CJ, you can continue to use it.
Mm-hmm.
He's not saying you can't use it. It's just the new people going forward. That's not something he's going to introduce right away like he was before. it's something if they come up and say, hey, do we have other options right now to go on these pages? Then I can say, yeah, let me show you this other platform that we have until we get more stuff in the Cash Network. So
Yeah.
CJ is not off limits. If you have it, still use it.
I had the pages modified, but I never signed up with CJ. I modified the pages, but I never signed up with CJ.
Okay. I have a class on that one on my YouTube on how to do that. But it's still a great program to use.
Okay.
You can,
No.
it's an alternative, it's a backup, but for right now, it's one place you can go to until we get all the information or more stuff on CJ, because that's one thing they asked the MSIs Tuesday night was what did we want to see more stuff on the Cash Network, and we gave them a whole list of things. So,
Okay.
but yeah.
That was somewhat disheartening, heartening when you had to unlink those pages or something. You did all that work on them.
Yeah, if you got links in there for something, by all means, don't take them out. That's why I said I make money off CJ. I'm not going to quit using it. But for new students that's coming in, when they modify their pages, if we have something in Cash Network or somewhere else to use, then I'm going to do that first and foremost. If they come up and say, hey, I got this new page, do we have a product for it? Then I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I can show you this. And I'm going to take them to CJ and let them go in there and look for something.
Mhm.
But it's still a viable option for you to use. So don't get disheartened thinking you can't use it. You can.
Okay.
All right. We want to use everything at our disposal to make our websites better and uniquely ours for us and our customers.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Who's next?
Me,
All right. What you got?
I just want to know, we're gonna get together this week.
I am Monday and Tuesday. I'm filling in for those that are traveling. So let me see what happens. I ain't even doing my schedule tomorrow because of that. I got to see what's going to be. It's going to look like after Tuesday. So,
Okay, I'm asking because I have to leave now.
okay. Yep. I'll give you a holler.
Holler.
Holler. All right.
Bye-bye. Have a
Bye,
nice weekend.
Julio.
Bye, y'all. I'll hurry back now, yeah?
You're a mess. Okay, so like we were discussing last night, some people were having some issues with how to create their ads. And so one of the things I did was actually go in and create an ad template. And so in the ad template, we created this in our Google Drive. And I did one for unique gift ideas. And I had people asking me, well, how did you do that? How did you know to do that? How I don't know where to get started, what I need to do. So I created the folders, and now we're going to create the ad template. So I'm just going to open up a Google Doc. And I'm going to name it Close. Okay, and then I am going to go up here and put a title. Women and kids. And then I'm going to have my website, and I'm going to look at my website, and I'm going to use my search bar and put in the word close. And in it, it will pull up all the pages I have that deals with clothes. Any kind of clothing page that I have is going to be here. And it's going to scroll down to every page that I have that has the word clothes in it. I think I put a lot of them in draft. So athleisure. So there's all kind of clothes in here. This is one I published and I never got back to writing it. So I got to go back and actually write that page. Outdoor survival. So fashion trends. So it pulls up anything that has clothes in it. So what do I need to do to create a page? So let's start with our Napa chic. So I'm going to click on this title. And the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back and I'm going to type in the word link. And I'm going to copy this right here. And I'm going to come here and add the link. And then I'm going to come down and do my description. And then I'm just going to come back to this page. I'm going to go into my edit. And I'm going to go all the way down and copy my meta description. And then just expand on it. All right. And you can write more if you want to. You can, just expand on your own writing and you have your first ad. And then you're like, well, I need headlines or titles. Okay, Papa, that's enough. Hold up. So then you're going to come up underneath your links and you're going to put headlines or titles. Oh, that's supposed to be an L. And guess where you're getting your headlines from? You're getting them from your headlines. Yep.
I'll get one.
You're going to use your headings. And you're like, why would I use my headings? Because if you did it correctly, your heading should be key phrases. And people will look up key phrases. I think this was a really short one. Nope. Again, great key phrases are also great headlines for your ads.
Lay it on the table. We'll get us a. That's why I keep a bag over here for little things like that.
I think Miranda doesn't mean for us to hear her conversation. All right. So
What's in the bag? Can I have what's in the
I was
bag?
getting ready to say, you didn't share. You got enough to share?
Something stuck on the bottom of the foot that didn't need to be there.
Never mind.
Yeah, I don't want that. So that's how you would do that. And then you can actually expand on this. You can say, because we told him to discover this amazing clothesline from Comfort. All right, so there's that. What, Papa? And then you're just gonna, I know. Okay. And so there's that one for close. And then you have your description. If you need another one, bless you, you're gonna go back and hit your back button. And there is that one. So then let's see what else we got up here for close. There's another one for trend. So let's see what this one is. Fashion trends. Okay. So here's the other one. We're going to copy this. Go right here. Put in our next link. He's so spoiled. What's the matter? Okay, hold up. That's enough. Okay. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go to your page. You're going to edit your page. You're going to go down to your meta description. You're going to copy it. And you can expand it. And because you've already written the page, you know what your page is about. So you have the option to go in and expand on it.
Sheila,
Mm-hmm.
how do you keep your links and your titles and your descriptions straight as far as just from practice, you know, who goes with what?
Well, that's the thing about a template is because you have one main category that all of these are linked together. So this is all going to be about clothing, women's clothing, men's clothing, kids' clothing. And the description doesn't matter because every one of these links can be used with any of these headlines, any of the descriptions.
But I mean, your Napa chic new fashion trend would not be on your, oh, yeah, I guess it would.
Yep.
So it's going to be on both your pages that you've got on there.
Yep. So that's the thing
Okay.
about creating a template is you're going to have the common goal, which is, or your common theme, which is clothes. So I'm doing my links and I'm doing my headlines. And because it's closed, either one of these can go with either one of these links.
So within your two links on that particular page, there would be references to getting to the other headlines to
No.
look at. No?
So this is just for advertising. So say I did this one for Napa Chic, right? So let me go ahead and get this one. So we just did that. I'm going to go up here and come on. So I'm going to grab this headline and I'm going to put it here. I'm going to go up. Couture chic is a good one. It's going to be my next headline. And then let's go to one more. All right, so I have 2 descriptions and 6 headlines. All right. Either one of these headlines will work great with either one of these descriptions. Either one of these descriptions work great with either one of these links. So it's not that you're matching up the exact link with the exact description because you pulled it from your meta description. What you're doing is you're matching up a description with an idea, where our idea is fashion clothing.
Okay, so they're going to your site, and so they're not keeping in mind, I'm looking specifically for the words fashion trend.
Exactly.
They're just going to be looking at clothing and taking, oh, okay, thank you,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yep. And then that way, that's why I said I used one word, one key phrase, which was clothes, and my site pulled up everything that I was dealing with clothes. So here's another one. Exercise is a new fashion trend. And sometimes based on your title, you might want to go to a specific link that you want to send them to. Okay, you might say, okay, well, I know this page is going, from exercise gear. So if you use this one, you might want to take them to that. But because of the way I know I wrote my Napa chic, I've also talked about being a classic black legging with a nice blazer and some heels, or a nice flat or boot, is also part of my Napa chic. So I can use this exercise wears the new fashion trend and put it with my Napa chic page, because I talked about it there too. So when I go to do my advertising, so let's go to our ad sites. And I'm going to go to business classifieds. A lot of people don't know that Classifieds for Free actually has a business site too. That's a bit cleaner than their other site. I use that one quite often.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way, because that
Yeah.
was the first site I went to, and I went, oh, I must be in the wrong place.
Yeah, it's got some stuff, because he said he needed money, so he started letting all kind of people advertise on there. So it's not very family friendly anymore. So again, here you're going to go and going to do select United States. The good thing about the business site, it does have affiliate marketing. So you can do your create pages for your anchor offers and market it to the business side of it. And there is an affiliate program that you can do. So I'm just going to pull up this. I'm going to get this right here. I'm going to copy. I'm going to put this link in here. I am going to go to clothing, contact email. I always put in my email. I always let them come here, but I put in my Gmail information right there. Take out this pricing. I don't put a price. My description here, I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to do this. Post it right in there. And then I'm going to add to a little bit, because this is one that allows me to put my link in here in the actual description. No, me. Oh, come on. Okay. And then I'm going to put my URL in there. And then this one, if you had a YouTube video, you could actually put the YouTube video in there, but I don't think they have one. It's a Vimeo. It doesn't take Vivo. It only takes YouTube. And then you're going to select your images. So I'm going to go ahead and hit choose image. And I am going to do I like do something funny. Hope it doesn't come out that way. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I got everything I want in there so far. And then I'm going to post my ad. And then it's going to let me see what it looks like. So there it is right there. So that one I probably need to get out of there because it's got that sticker in the back. I didn't clean it up, but that one's good. So then I'm going to click here and post another ad. And then I know I want to remove that second ad, that second one. So I'm going to take that out. And then I'm just going to go and change it to a different state and post my ad. And it should have took that one out. So there's that. But now I don't have anything with leggings in it. So I'm going to go to post an ad. And I'm going to do a different state. And now I'm going to go down here and I'm going to pick another. Since I'm talking about leggings, I need something that's going to have some leggings in it. That'll work. Okay, so then we're going to do that. And post an ad. I mean, I didn't click it. I uploaded it, but I didn't click it. Let's show up. See if it put it in there. All right, it took another one off. That's okay. So, but it does have some leggings in there, which was fine, which is what I wanted to do, but it does have a picture. So I just got to post some more pictures of leggings. But that's one thing you can do is just keep going. And then say you want to do another one. You can do the next one and just keep going. You can actually come back in and use the combination of these two and create a whole different ad. Or you can go back up here and start again. Go to your next page that has clothing in it and do the same thing. You're going to go back to your original one and just scroll up or down. Like this one I did, athleisure wear. I'm not finished with this one. I don't know why it's published. So this one has Christmas stuff in it, but I don't want to do that one because it's not there. So again, you got
Sheila,
yes,
you don't keep a sheet to track your ads you've got out there?
I don't. Most people do. I don't.
Yeah, I know Paul doesn't either. I'm so anal. It's like I don't know how to keep track of what went where and what states I went to. And
Yeah, I don't. I just put them out there. It to me, it's like it's got to be done. So I'm not going to keep track. That's just one more thing I have to keep up with, and I have so much already. That's something I'm not.
So do the ad sites that require, do they alert you? Like there's one, I know you said that you have to renew every 30 days, or
Papa.
you just keep track and make a list of what everybody's requirements are, and you just have that on your calendar, you know? Okay.
The ones that I'm in every week, because I post ads every day. Like this one here, I'm in it but at least 2 to 3 times a week. I'm in it. So before I leave it, I always go and update my ads. Always. So when I go to my ads, I just come in here and before I leave for the day and I hit update. So they always update. So I just hit renew ads. It renews all my ads right there. The other one, this one right here, plus the classified ad. This one, it does. It sends you an email to let you know that your ad's getting ready to expire. So this one, I actually had an email.
So when you renew, you don't have to modify or change it up any?
Nope.
Okay.
Just renew. This one here, it it's initially 6 months, and then when you hit renew, you can renew for an additional 3 months. And I do that every 3 months. It sends me an email. It gives you 7 days to renew, and then it will delete it. So you need to make sure you're in there. The other ones are for a year. Let's see, which one is it? The US net ads, these are for a year. They do not send you a warning. So those are the ones that you may want to, keep a track of if you want to go in there. Hot links, hot web is for a year. They don't give you notifications of it. So other than that, I don't. This is my Google market. So my Google business that I have. Once you get Google AdSense, you can set up a Google business site, and I post on there. They don't go anywhere. They stay on there. I haven't updated it in a while. I need to go in there and put some new stuff in there. So there's different things that you can do. And then you have your social media. Those, here's all the social media platforms I have that you can actually market to. The Parlor is a good place. You have your Alignable is a good place. Your MeWe is a good place. Your Web Talk is a good place. And then you have your traditional ones like your LinkedIn, your Tumblr, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube. YouTube's a great source to advertise on, guys. It's not just for training videos. There's a lot of people that use YouTube to advertise with. You just go on and introduce your and then from YouTube, you can post it onto social media all over the place. So again, just use everything that you have at your disposal to make your site more recognizable, make it, a household name.
And Sheila, don't we have the spreadsheet that gives the date of when renewal, all the ads? Couldn't we? I know.
Yeah, you can create that if you want to. I don't have one.
Okay.
Yep. I don't have one. I just, go in there. Yeah. The only one I have one for is for the yearly ones because they are for a year.
Gotcha. Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay. That's all I had for today, guys. I appreciate you coming by, and I look forward to seeing you all, the ones that are going to Orlando in 2 weeks. Wow, 2 weeks. Gee. 2 weeks. So see you in 2 weeks, guys. Y'all have a good holiday. Stay safe out there, okay?
Sheila?
Yes,
You too.
ma'am.
Oh, I just, when are we gonna find out about the virtual this weekend?
I was hoping they were going to say something today. So look for your chat, your group chats. Your MSI should post it on your group.
Oh, yeah, and I keep going to my back office too, and there's still a price for it, which.
Yeah, did you get with Niall?
Yes, I did tell him, and he said, don't worry, I promise it'll be free, but it's getting on in the day and no more meetings, so I'm just concerned.
Yeah, email them again, text them again, and say, hey, there's still a charge for Grand Crew. There shouldn't be one though. Grand Crew should not have a charge.
And he said that they put that there for everybody else, and that it will change, but it hasn't changed yet.
So when you click it and go to checkout, does it give you a zero balance?
Oh, I didn't go that far. I didn't click on it and then try to check
Yeah,
out.
because it won't give you a discount till the end. So that might be it. Try it. And if you get to the end and it doesn't give it to you, then let them know.
All right, we'll do.
All right.
And they'll let us know when it starts too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is it today?
No,
I
it's
don't know if
Monday.
they're gonna do today. I know they're definitely doing Monday.
Okay. Because I thought he said there was something today and then they said, no, it's canceled. No. So
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'll find out, guys, and I'll post it if whatever I find out.
Thank you.
okay.
All right.
Awesome.
Have a good evening.
Y'all
Okay,
too, and
thanks,
talk to you
guys.
later.
Did a good job typing.
Bye. Bye, Marcus.
Yeah, bye, Marcus.
Bye-bye. Oh, you want a fist bump? They can't fist bump through to the computer. So fist bump. Say
Oh,
bye-bye.
bye.
You gonna blow kisses? Mwah. You gotta give me Cassie to blow kisses. Go. Mwah.
Mm.
No.
Ain't happening.
All right, y'all have a good one. Talk to you.